Hi everyone, my name is Jiayu. Today I want to talk about waste management Phoenix Open. So what's the waste management Phoenix Open? Waste management Phoenix Open is one of the most famous golf events in the United States. The event is held in the Scottsdale, Arizona. The event has attracted a lot of professional golf players and many golf fans from all over the country every year. The event creates many impacts and benefits for the local economy and local communities. At the same time, the event also actively promotes the awareness of environmental protection. In 2012, Waste Management Phoenix Open contributes $222 million to Arizona economy. In 2017, Waste Management Phoenix Open contributes about $389 million to Arizona economy. In 2018, Waste Management Phoenix Open contributes over $390 million to Arizona economy in total. At the same time, Waste Management Phoenix Open also contributes to government revenue through sales tax because the events creates a lot of economic activities. For example, in 2017, Waste Management Phoenix Open contributes about 13 million direct sales tax revenue for government in total. Hundreds of golf fans and spectators are attracted to visit Arizona and watch the Waste Management Phoenix Open. With the popularity of the event, Arizona is considered to be a golf destination. According to the official report of Waste Management Phoenix Open, one of the social impacts of the event is that it makes more young people and disabled people be able to participate in the golf activities. Waste Management Phoenix Open creates social impacts by developing different programs for young students and disabled people. Waste Management Phoenix Open develops standard build program. This program increases youth involvement in golf by inviting different students from different schools in society. The students will carry player score, size, and walk around with a grouping. Another program called Ice Hockey Junior Family Foundation Dream Days allows young people to experience golf through the junior clinic, motivational speaker, and trick track show. Disabled people can also be able to participate in golf activities by the programs called CBS Outdoor Special Olympics Open. All law enforcement, firefighters, emergency services, active, reserve, and retired military personnel can participate in the golf activities for free. Waste Management Phoenix Open also caused many community impacts. According to the video from official website, Waste Management Phoenix Open helps the improvement of local communities from many aspects. Waste Management Phoenix Open raise money for charities in the local communities. Over 200 charities in the local community get the donations from the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Waste Management Phoenix Open also use the raise money to develop community improvement projects. Waste Management Phoenix Open raise money for environmental groups in the local communities to help protect the environment of local community. In addition to social impacts, economic impacts, and the community impacts of the event, I also want to talk about the environmental impacts of the event. Waste management Phoenix opened by renewable electricity from Arizona Public Service to reduce the greenhouse gas emission and use the solar power to fuel the different machines used in the event. Waste management Phoenix Open helps protect the ecologically sensitive areas. Waste management Phoenix Open collects green water and reuses them. All the materials used in the event is from landfill. Waste management Phoenix Open transform zero waste station and 40 cubic yard row of dumpster into kiosk with interactive games to teach fans how to recycle and compost. Waste management Phoenix Open also raise and donate money to local environmental groups to help protect the local environment. Hosting the event can attract many visitors to travel to Arizona. Waste Management Phoenix Open contributes millions of dollars a year to local economy because of the expenditure of visitors and organizational spending. Waste Management Phoenix Open can generate millions of dollars for local charities and organizations. The money is used to improve the local communities. Waste Management Phoenix Open help raise money for local environmental groups. The raised money is used to improve the environmental of local communities. Waste Management Phoenix Open also educate and encourage fans across the country to have a green and sustainable lifestyle by the activity called Green in 15. As I mentioned, all law enforcement, firefighters, emergency services, or military personnel in the local community can participate in the event for free. At the same time, there are also some free food and drinks for military personnel. Hosting the event can also create opportunities for many young students to participate in golf activities. Hosting the event can also create opportunities for all disabled people to participate in golf activities. Compared with the positives of hosting the event, the negatives of hosting the event are very few. There are some residential areas near the venue of the event, so hosting the event may cause some issues for nearby communities. For example, the residents in the nearby areas may suffer from noise and traffic congestions because of the arrival of a lot of tourists. So the event organizers need to pay attention to these issues and solve them as soon as possible. There are many important considerations that event organizers need to pay attention to and think about during the event preparation, hosting, and post-event states. During the event preparation, like many other sporting events, the first thing to think about or consider is to put all the details or everything of the event on the paper. For example, what's the purpose of the event? What are some of the practical elements of the event? And what's the budget of the event? The second consideration is that event organizers must select a good date to host the golf activities. Choosing a good day to host the golf activities is very important because bad weather may happen in the golf activities. So choosing a good date can prevent bad weather from happening. The third consideration is that event organizers must choose a good venue to host the golf activities. Choosing a good venue can also determine the success of the golf activities. The first consideration is that event organizers must make a list of any supplies that will be required for the golf activities and get these supplies and suppliers as early as possible. Gaining these supplies and suppliers as early as possible can ensure the high qualities of these supplies and better price. The fifth consideration is that event organizers must buy an insurance for the golf activities to prevent accidents from happening. Accidents are very likely to happen in the sporting events, so it is very important to have an insurance. The sixth consideration is that event organizers must conduct some effective health and safety measures to keep the safety of all attendees. For example, the event organizers must employ some security personnel before hosting the golf activities. The seventh consideration is that event organizers must think about how to assemble the staff and the volunteers effectively. For example, how many volunteers and staff does the event meet? And the event organizers must make sure they are professional about the golf activities so they can be able to answer any questions from spectators. According to the interview with the official event organizers, during event preparations, main consideration including the marketing of the events, corporate communications, operations of the event, sustainability services, sales, and other agencies. Waste management Phoenix Open has its unique considerations during the event preparation because all golf activities are environmentally friendly. According to the information in the official report, during the event preparation, main consideration include the marketing of the events, the progress of sustainability initiatives, new communication means, and sustainable promotional items. There are many important considerations that event organizers need to think about during hosting the event and during the post-event stage. During hosting the event, main considerations are related to fans' feeling and operations of the golf activities. The official staff need to communicate with fans and observe their behaviors to learn more about their feelings. The official staff also need to pay attention to the operations of golf activities. The official staff need to ask volunteers for feedback on the operations of the golf activities. By collecting these important information, event organizers can better improve the event in the future. During the post-event stage, main considerations are related to feedback and emerging issues of the event and approaches to solve the issues. Event organizers need to read the feedback from staff and volunteers and review the issues of golf activities. Event organizers also need to find the approaches to solve these issues. For example, as I mentioned, the event organizers need to know how to solve the problems of noise and traffic congestions that local residents are suffering. Waste Management Phoenix Open is one of the most famous golf events in Arizona. The golf event attracts a lot of professional golf players and sports tourists from all over the country every year. The golf event creates many social impacts, economic impacts, community impacts, and environmental impacts. Waste Management Phoenix Open contributes millions of dollars each year to Arizona economy. The contribution of Waste Management Phoenix Open to the economy is also on the rise. The event also attracts more people to visit Arizona by different programs. Waste Management Phoenix Open makes more young people and disabled people in the society be able to participate in golf activities. Waste Management Phoenix Open also raise money for local communities and environmental organizations. From an environmental perspective, the event uses renewable energy, reuse green water and materials, and teach fans how to recycle and compost. The positives of hosting the event are much more than the negatives of hosting the event. The event brings huge benefits to Arizona economy. These events support the charities and environmental groups in the local communities. These events also educate fans to have a green and sustainable lifestyle. All military personnel can participate in the golf event for free. The event offers opportunities of golf activities to young people and disabled people. Main negative impacts of the event is that the event can create noise and traffic congestions for local residents. There are many considerations related to golf activities during the event preparation, hosting, and post-event stays. During event preparation, event organizers need to think about date, venue, suppliers, insurance, safety measures, staff, and volunteers, marketing, corporate communication, operations, sustainability services, sales, and outside agencies. The progress of sustainability initiatives, new communication needs, and sustainable promotional items. During hosting the event organizers need to pay attention to fans' feeling and operations of the event. During post-event days, event organizers need to review the feedback and emerging issues of the event. Event organizers also need to find ways to solve the problems. Finally, thank you for watching the presentation.